Hey, hi everybody, Kurt Quinnell back on Lake of the Woods. I'm in my vehicle today and I'm going to do something that I've been going to do for quite a while. Is I'm going to drive around this morning and look at all the flood areas of the lake. Now, Lake of the Woods is up high near epic proportions. The highest the water ever was here was in 1950. All right, and we're within inches to that record high now. The water levels are still coming up. Now, you're going to see, and I'll kind of hopefully highlight this at first, the places where they have protected harbors and floating docks, and there's only a couple of those. Those places, and they're struggling and they're scrambling to get sandbags out and get water held back here and there and protect their buildings. But they actually have it better than everyone else does. But on those floating docks, the poles are only so high. The docks will come up. But many places, those floating docks are getting up to the top of the poles. Well, you'll see it here. We're going to start over at Warroad. We're going to come back by Arnesons, by Rocky Point. And then we're going to head over to Zippo Bay, Morris Point, Long Point. And I'll show you some of the big areas. So I know you've seen pictures and maybe little snippets here and there. But we're going to give you the once around and show you at least a little bit of every place that there is on Lake of the Woods. So I'm going to pay attention to my driving here now to get there safe. But stick around for a little bit. This won't take long, and you can maybe get a grasp of what's going on here at America's favorite lake. All right? That's still to come. Hang on. I'm a long ways away from the boat landing here at the point in Warroad, and we got the road closed off here. Where the old casino was, right there, so you know where I'm turning. The Warroad campground is back in here, and I think this is the way they're going to send me. Could have gone right through there, I suppose. Well, they just closed up because they've got that all sandbagged there. The big sandbag tubes. And here's some more. Giant big tubes full of sand. That's a good idea. This is as far as I can go, so I'm going to stop here and we're going to walk the rest of the way. This has got, heck, water in it. This is all along here, and you can see from where the debris is on the other side that it used to come right up to that. I got over that dike. Don't ask me how. But if you're familiar with the point landing here at Warroad, it is a beautiful, beautiful area to launch boats. And out there is where the dock usually is. That's the pier. So the water is all the way up to here. And I think it's probably gone down in the last few days. Now, if there was a strong north wind, that would blow right in here. This water level would come up many feet. But we're lucky now that we don't have a lot of wind. Poor tree right out in the middle, huh? This is all the parking area. We're still not to the boat landing, which is up here further. We'll keep walking. The parking stripes are in the water. This is the parking lot. We'll walk a little bit further. I haven't been here for a while. I mean, a few years, but the boat landing, this is just parking lot. The boat landing's up here. And you can't get near that. I saw a couple of weeks ago, there was pictures of people driving through this water and launching their boats out that way. I don't think they're doing that anymore. Well, they've got that big dike system in there now. But this is probably 100 feet out to where the boat landing usually is here. Right? This is at the point. We're going to head over to Springsteel next and take a look at that. It's a mess. We're here at Springsteel now, and when you first come in, you know, they've got a nice harbor system here at Springsteel. But and they are high up, so they're actually in better shape than I thought they'd be. But here are the docks. These are those permanent docks that don't slide up and down, but they're plenty high usually. So those docks haven't got any room left, and you can see you're stepping up into the boats. And on the far end, this whole bay is like this. We're going to go over to the boat landing now and see what that looks like. So it's not real busy around here, but life is going on. There's people mowing the lawns. See little sandbags around some of the cabins and some of the trailers, but here is the boat landing. All right, in the boat landing, usually those boats out there would be where you would launch the boat. So that's heck 30 or 40 feet out there. And all along the shoreline, you can see where the water is really, really high. And over here, they built the sand dike, and there's some sandbags on top of that. And inside of that, and I hope I haven't got a good zoom on this camera, but you can see that's a road where you usually can drive through that. And that's all would be underwater, weren't for that dike. And there are campers right that way. So this area is stressed by the water. And this is a beautiful docking area in here. It's great, but you can see there's a lot of water in here. All right, well, here at Arnesons Rocky Point Resort, they've got this beautiful new dock system that they built over the last couple of years. And the water is extremely high in here, but they've got to be very happy that they did this project when they did, because their docks are all reinforced and new and lifted up as high as they can be, but they had the wherewithal to do that. I'll show you this. This high water here is pretty amazing. You're going to get some wind noise here, so I'm sorry about that, but without this new dock system here, everything that they had before would have been underwater. And some areas are cordoned off where you can't get in. Some of the docks have been taken off. You can see here. And this water is going to stay here for a while. Well, the first thing you notice here at Zippo Bay is what a nice job they've done on their dikes. All right, these are the docks off of some of their cabins, and you can see that water's right there, and it is usually heck 10 or 15 feet that way where you'd step onto that dock. So they've got this diked all the way around. Pile of sand, everybody's got one. And they had this great dike. The first time I was over here and saw this, I said, boy, they really did a nice job with this one. All their docks are floaters, which has really saved them. These all be underwater. Even the gazebo would be down if it wasn't floating. And even, this is see the road between the water and their cabins. This had a lot more the other day. A lot more water came over here, but now they've got it in pretty nice shape here at Zippel. Pulling into Morris Point now, and I don't know that you can see what's going on here, but that ditch is level full of water, and the water goes way back into the woods. That's all low in there, and that's just all water that's come out of off the banks of the lake. This is very unusual. The lake level is just this high. There's the sign. We're just pulling in here now. And this off to the right is a parking lot right there. And that out there is the part of their dock system, which is pretty much underwater. I don't think you can get there at all. And here's their big dike on this side and on this side, which is odd because there's a swamp back in there, but this is a lot of water. I'll get out and we'll walk around here in a sec. And here is the boat launch. One of the quieter boat launches on the lake. Well, right, there's cabins, and this dike has gotten bigger here in the last week since I was here before. This dike follows this road all the way around in front of all of these trailers. And here is the boat launch. Right? Oop. What do I got room? And that boat shed right there is usually up above the water good, but it's not now. There's the boat landing. We'll follow this dike all the way around. They've got cabins that go around this bay here, and those are all diked. See down this row here? Wow. And this is all work that had to be done along with everything else that they do. This area is a camping. They usually have campers lined up in here. This is their winter access, by the way, for ice fishing. I'll show you where they drive out. This should be full of campers right now, but we've got one. That'd be kind of iffy. Okay, I'm gonna get out here. The last thing anybody wants now is a big north wind, or a big wind from the east. Very pleasant day today. We'll walk right out to where the black plastic salesman had a good month of June. All the way along here, all the way down as far as you can see the shoreline here. There's the Morris Point Lodge. They've had that all rocked on the other side of this, all right? Oh, that's been rocked for probably a long time, but it wouldn't surprise me if they brought in more. And now they've got this dike set up here. And again, this isn't water that's going to disappear soon. They're going to be living with this all summer, at least. So hopefully we get some relief a little bit later on, but everyone's done a great job. Volunteers have been there, and I said this is all additional work. These are very busy people, and they've had just that much more to do. And there was an option of doing it or not. You had to have it done, or you'd lose valuable shoreline, lose cabins. So it was an amazing bit of work that was done here in the last 2 months on Lake of the Woods. So again, hats off to the people, and our hearts go out to them for going through what they had to go through this spring and summer. The lake is still coming up. The last 3 weeks or so, they've said that this next week should be the crest. Well, that still hasn't happened. We're within a few inches of the highest water ever on Lake of the Woods. Again, that was set back in 1950. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the tour around. Enjoyed? Well, maybe I hope you're interested in what's been going on up here. I stopped at a few of the major places where I knew that the water would be probably the highest. The low spots are easy enough to get to. But every resorter along the way, especially along the river, they had a set of their own problems there with high water and big current and a lot of debris coming down the river. So it's been a mess. Fishing, by the way, until last Friday, was as good as I've ever seen it. So a good point to remember is fishing in high water in a lake is good, and in low water in a river is good. Remember that, it'll help you sometime. I'm Kurt Quinnell from Lake of the Woods. We'll see you out here soon, someday, hopefully, on this high water.